Hello, what's cracking? Want to do a stream? We are. We're doing it. It's happening. Let's stream. Well, couple of things up front before we get into it. I am working again tomorrow morning stupidly early. Same thing again. Get up 1, out of the house 2, start at 3. 3:15. Up at 1:15, out of the house 2:15, start at 3:15. So this will only be a short-ish stream. What is it now? It's 3 a.m. No, it's 3 p.m. right now. In 12 hours from now at 3 a.m. I'll be beginning work. Happy for a job because I think I should buy. First of all, I should just check that DLive's working. Looks like it is working. Okay, DLive's working. Fine. That's great. That's working. Don't have to do anything. I guess everything else is working. Party, noise, kick. Is kick working? Kick is working. All right. Okay, so we're good. I'll just pause that in case it catch me out of the way. Yeah, I think I should purchase a smartwatch. A video came across my peripherals, and it's here. We're going to watch it. Smartwatch, a lifesaver. I thought it said smartwatch saved a lifesaver. Smartwatch, a lifesaver after dramatic ocean rescue. I haven't watched this yet, but I tell you what, if this is what I think it is, there is an SOS feature on these smartwatches, Apple Watches. That's what I'd be getting anyway, because I'm an Apple. I was going to say sucker. I like Apple products. I'm in that ecosystem, so why would I jump out? If I'm going to get a smartwatch, it's not going to be an Android, right? It's going to be an Apple Watch. And by the way, I've been talking about this for a couple of years and I just haven't done anything about it. But if this video is what I think it is, and I'm pretty certain it will be, there's an SOS feature on a smartwatch that enables you to press it from anywhere on the planet and it rings the emergency hotline. In Australia, it's 000. 911 in America, and is it 912 in Canada? I don't know. I'm being silly. I think I was trying to remember what it is in New Zealand. I should know that. I don't though. I should know what I've lived in New Zealand. I don't know what anyway. The point of it is this watch. You press and hold this button, and even without a SIM card, right, it dials out to the emergency services. And by the look of this thumbnail, this guy lost at sea and he used it and got rescued. Now shit. Like that's compelling enough reason to get one. I've always held out on buying one because I thought for some reason that you need to have a separate SIM card for it. So I've got my SIM in my phone, which I'm using right now to stream with. I'm using my phone as an NDI source. My GH5, actually I got an email just now. My GH5 has arrived at Panasonic. So I thought it might have got there earlier, but thank you, Easter. No one did anything for the last 4 days, but it has arrived. Well, hang on a second. That's not true. If I mailed it on Thursday, okay, Thursday, then there's Good Friday, somewhat normal Saturday, really rad Sunday, and a pretty cool Monday, and now it's just regulation Tuesday, and it has been received. So they were working over Easter. Anyway, that's why we're using my phone. That's why the funky looks a little different. Not as great, not as clean. Well, it's clean, but not as good. But I always thought if you're going to get an Apple Watch, you needed to get a separate SIM for it, like a separate plan, because you can make calls from it as well. Not just this emergency call, but you can just make regular calls. You can use the internet. You can do all the things that you can do on your phone. But I was under the impression to do that, you needed to have a separate SIM, but that's not true. Not true at all. I did my research. With the Optus plan I'm on, you just put the phone next to the watch when you're opening it or for the first time, and you just sign into it with your phone, and you don't need. And also, I thought if you didn't have that, you needed to have the phone near the watch to make a call. Now, in my mind, I'm thinking, well, I'd like to get one of these mainly for surfing and potential incidents and accidents. What would be the point if you've got to have your phone with you? You're telling me I've got to put my phone on my elbow in an underwater package and then my watch? Hell no, that's stupid. But no, I was wrong. You don't need to do that at all. You can just have the phone with you, the watch with you. Phone doesn't have to be anywhere near you, and you can make calls on it, including the emergency, including the normal calls. So for tracking surfing and for constantly being, well, look, we're all getting older. I know I am. I'm hitting the big 50 this year in a few more months. Shit, that's coming around quick. Fuck. It's April, May, June, July. 4 more months of being under the hill, and then I'll be over it. Yeah, as you get older, you know, things happen. You get injured. I mean, I got injured on the weekend surfing, and I don't have any. Do you know what else that reminded me of? My first aid kit in GoVan is extremely lacking, right? I don't have disinfectants and stuff. I bought a first aid kit for GoVan, but it hasn't got nearly everything that you need in it. So I got to get a bigger, like a little carry case, and take the contents of the first aid kit that I bought, put it in there, and then go to the store and buy other things like, you know, like cotton buds, earbuds. You guys call them Q-tips in America. Got to get some of those. Cotton swabs, some sort of bandages that are, what are the ones that are stretchy? No, they're always stretchy. There's a specific bandage. I can't think of the name of it. There's also Dettol. I got to get that because, yeah, I had this injury, mainly that guy there. It's healed up quite nice though, hasn't it? Jeez, I love this autofocus stuff. Look at that. That probably required stitches. You know what? That definitely required stitches. But I didn't go to get the stitch. But I did use Dettol disinfectant and made sure, you know, the skin, there was the gouge away and the skin flapped off. I pushed it back up and compressed it and held it there for a few days. But if so let's say that was a lot worse. Let's say I broke my arm on the reef. I'd probably need to call someone, or I could drive one-handed. What I'm saying is, for safety, the idea of having a watch with you at all times. Now, I have my phone with me at all times, but the times when I don't have my phone arguably are the times when you need it most for safety, aka surfing. So what I want to do on this stream, I want to find out, well, I want to watch this story, and then I want to find out what, like, we're in a cycle right now, you know, it's April. The WWDC is typically in June, mid-June, June, July, somewhere in the middle of the year. And that's when Apple announce all their new products. It would be silly to buy a watch now, and then a couple of months later, all of a sudden they say, oh, there's a new Apple Watch. And the one that I was looking at getting is the Ultra, the more rugged outdoorsy one. And I think they're up to Ultra 3 or 4. Anyway, we'll do a little research into that. We'll find out. And also, at the moment, I don't have the money anyway, so there's that. But for those hexagons out there, there has been good news in the Richard Hart SEC case. It's all over. All done and dusted. And he comes out clean and clear. People are saying he beat the SEC. I'd argue if that was a beating. I don't think that was a beating. I think it was just... Actually, I'm going to wait for the Hexagon OG streamers to tell me what's what, because I thought if the case went to court and they fought it and he won, that's a beating. That's Richard Hart beating the SEC. And if the case went to court and the SEC won in court, then the SEC beat Richard Hart. But neither of those things happened. The court asked for more information and the SEC just said, we're not going to do that. And so the court just said, okay, then this is over. So nobody really won and nobody really lost, if you like. It's just the court said, we need more of this, we need more of that. And the SEC went, pfft. They had 60 days to do whatever, and they just went, nah, don't worry. So is that winning when your opponent just says, I concede, I'm not going to fight anymore? Is that what that is? Like you're in a boxing ring and instead of throwing a punch, the guy sits down. You're like, yeah, I'm a winner. It's not a very good victory, right? Like You don't get placards for that. You don't get to run around shouting how good you are because you didn't even throw a punch, if you know what I mean. So, well, anyway, but what I'm saying is that we should be seeing green candles across all of the Hex and the Pulse chain ecosystem. It should be pumping. I can't check. My phone's up there. Shit. I can't check. I was going to check. I can check on CoinMarketCap, but I don't really. I don't want to get too carried away with that because you shouldn't. Well, I don't want to put I don't want to rely on. Like I'm working and I'm still good and I'm working and whatever. So I'm not going to rely on green candles after an SEC thing to pump my bags to buy a watch. I'd rather just work extra shifts and then just go out and buy it. And whatever happens to the crypto stuff happens. And if it's good, it's good. Because what could happen is, and this is what does happen, the SEC stuff could result in a green pump, a green candle, and then the next thing you sell it, and it's like, I bought a watch, cool. And you look back in a month or two, and that green pump is now off the charts green pump, and you sold stuff when had you have just wait, and you could say, well, don't sell it all, of course, just hold off a bit, right? But I'm saying, like, how green is green? How dark? What's the tonality of that green? That's why I haven't bothered looking today. What is it now in America? It's late Monday night. So they've had a whole day. There's been a full business day. Wait, it's Easter does America celebrate Easter? I don't know. It's Easter over there too, right? I just said I'm not going to look, but I should look to just see. Should we just have a quick look and see what's happening with the crypto prices? Just to see. I mean, it's big news. It's big news. Let's go to CoinMarketCap. Let me just go straight to Pulse because that was the big one. Pulse chain. It's only up 4%. Okay, so, I mean, today's chart, one day, it's up 4%. That's bleh. Okay, well, I was expecting a bigger pamper than that. What about Pulse X? It's also up. It's in the green over the daily. It's up 6% or 7%, 6.9%, 6.9, 69. Dale, if you're watching, you caused that. That's a bigger pamp. So it's still 4 zeros and 2913. How much Pulse to get to $1,000, say? At this point, that's 10 grand. Quite a fair bit. 34 mil? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 34. Is that 3 billion? Okay, even with glasses on, I can't see how many zeros that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 34 bill. $3,400,330,314. Pulse X. So my point there is, you don't. At this stage, you don't want to be selling anything, right? What about Hex? Hex machine. Hex on Pulse. I was gonna Hex. That's up 3. Hex on Pulse chain is up 3.8%. What about Hex on Ethereum? Did I not get there? Hex on Ethereum. It's only up 1%, dude. The core coin, Hex, the original, the OG Hex machine. On the day of the SEC case being diminished, being no more, Hex rose 1.4%. Are you kidding me? 1%? That's a pump. That's a little pump. That's nothing, right? That's shit. So I'm going to be working instead of relying on crypto to buy my watch. I might not even buy it, but depending on what all this stuff is, I may or may not buy it. But it won't be now anyway. It won't be now. It'll be in a little whiles. So let's learn, or you know what? What time is it? I'm only going to stream for an hour. I said that last time and I ended up doing 2.5. Oh, you know what I want to do? We're going to check ChatGPT. But I gotta tell you something. I had an issue. This is a side tangent before we get into the main tangent, and then I'll tangent from that as well. So I had I've been working on my website and I've been getting ChatGPT to help me with the coding because it's it's kind of weird. I can read code, kind of. I can't write it to save myself, but I could manipulate code. It still wouldn't save myself, but it might give me an extra few days in the wild. I can manipulate code a little, not very well. I did study. I studied it. I did Dreamweaver and Firefox back in the day. Web development. I've still got it somewhere too. A advanced certificate in IT and web development from TAFE. That was when it was all cascading style sheets. And I sucked at PHP, which is the main thing I need to know about for manipulating a WordPress site. You really need PHP skills. But what I've been doing, I've been using ChatGPT to sort of help me along the way, and it's worked really, really well. But I had an issue, and I'll show you what the issue was, machine. Let me open up my website. This is the Firefox browser trouser. We'll go to bjwok.com skins. And if you notice, now this is fixed, I've done it now, but I'm going to tell you how I got here. But if you notice the gallery here, so this is the homepage. This is where Yahoos will land if they type in my URL or if they go from a link from somewhere, they'll land here. Now, this gallery here, Nick Ward at Yours and Ours in March of this year, that's the most recent thing I've photographed. I figured that should always be up front, the most current gallery. And then what would happen, this second gallery, which happens to be John Butler and then Donnie Bennett, and then the beautiful girls, Alice in Chains, Jeff Martin, etc., etc. You see that these are now in a random order. And that's what I wanted. What was happening before was this gallery would be the most recent, this next one would be the most next recent, the next recent, the next recent, all the way down the page, up to a total of 15 galleries. There's a breadcrumb or a snail trail down here for more pages. But what I really wanted to do was to have, this one pop up. So that's always the most current. And then you can clearly see that you've gone from March 2025 to January 2010. These are obviously in a random layout. And I got up against a wall with ChatGPT so hardcore with this. And it wasn't for doing the thing, but it was what happened after the thing happened. Now, what I'm talking about, this breadcrumb down here, right? So 1, 2, 3, and then ... up to a total of 87. So if you click on 87, that's the last page of galleries in a random order. So these are totally random. The last one happens to be Vaughan Doulette in February of 2010. So what was happening was, and we can always get back to the front page by going back to the breadcrumbs, or you can just click on the logo and it takes you back to the homepage. What was happening was, because we were using code to reorder the layout of the homepage from drawing in the first gallery. Now, these galleries come from a post, not a page. On the post features an embedded gallery. That's how this works. So you have to go a random post. So you want to display 15 posts per page, but you want them to be random. But in addition, you want the first post to not be random. You want it to be the most current post. So that coding was a little sketchy-fied to get to, but it got there eventually with a little tweakage and a little manipulation. But what was happening, you go down to this breadcrumb area and it wasn't reporting the accurate total. It would say something like 95 when you're on the homepage, because this gallery isn't part of, if you like, the random galleries. It's its own separate entity, if you think. So the homepage is now giving you 14 galleries plus 1, but every other page, if you go to page 2, Fandom is at the Big Day Out 2009, the Temperature, these are all random. So there's now 15 random galleries on this page. So that's 15 pages, 15 galleries per page of a total of all the galleries of all the things I've ever shot adds up to 87 pages. However, if you go back to the first page, of course, 14 galleries plus 1 random over the course of 93 pages or 87 pages, that actually gave you an additional 87, 9, 88, 9, 90, 1, 2, gave you an extra 6 pages of galleries. So to get the code to correctly identify that the homepage is different to page 2, and you can see the URL's changed to page 2 up the top there. To understand that and the breadcrumb or the pagination to accurately reflect 87, I can tell you this, I was up against a wall with ChatGPT. I was so, it just kept on hitting a loop, and it was going back, and it would ask me to do one thing, and then it was wrong, and then it was right. Then I'd say, okay, but it's because it still says 93 on the front page and 87 on every other page. And then it would say, okay, do this. And then it would go back, and I'd be like, now they're not random. Now the front page isn't the most current one, the gallery at the top, blah, blah. And I was like, man, I'm stuck. Either I'm prompting this model incorrectly, or it cannot do what I'm asking it to do. So I went, after a fair amount of frustration, I went to Google and said, Google, yeah, we still use it every now and then. I was like, what's the best AI for coding? It didn't look like that. What's with my lights? One's lights. It doesn't matter. I asked what the best AI for coding is, and it said you should try Microsoft. Microsoft have one called CoPilot. And I was like, okay, I don't want to have to sign into anything Microsoft. I don't want to have to get up and get a Microsoft Outlook address or whatever. But I was like, oh, I'll give it a look. And it was all free. Didn't have to, it prompts you to sign in. I'll tell you this. I prompted it with exactly the same prompt that I gave ChatGPT. And I'm not shitting you. The very first response, the first thing CoPilot said to me was, here's the code, try this. Put it in a code snippet. I've been using PHP code snippets. Put it in there. You're good to go. And it worked first time. I'm not kidding you. The page was this. The website was it was the same as I left it with ChatGPT. It couldn't be done. The numbers were wrong. The page was loading with the random gallery, the most recent, then random, but everything number-wise was wrong. And I told you I spent an hour or so just hitting up against a wall. I did the exact same question to the CoPilot, and it gave it to me instantly. It thought about it, and my point is, the very first thing it said to me was right. I was like, wow, that seems weird, right? That seems weird, because if they're both pulling in, and something like PHP coding from a WordPress blog site, it doesn't matter which model you're using, because okay, the most current ChatGPT model, if you pay for it, pulls in from, I think, up to last year or something, like late last year. And I don't know where CoPilot pulls in from, like what the time framing is, but it shouldn't make it, like if you're looking for current news, that's when that shit makes a difference. But if you're looking for something like, PHP coding, which has stayed relatively the same for a long, long time, it doesn't matter which model it pulls in from where. But I just found it really interesting that it literally gave it to me on the first go. And so I then went ahead and did some other tweaks to my website using CoPilot. And aside from it popping up every now and then saying sign in to get the full experience, I was like, I don't really need any more experience. I've got everything I need here. And I don't want to sign up to Microsoft, because I told you the story. I never touched that shit. And the one time I did, I used my real email address, my Gmail, and I got spammed. I got email spam immediately. I'm not kidding. This goes back to, remember we were IRL streaming and I was using an RTMP to send my feed back to my laptop here at home. And so my laptop would be running, my camera would be remote, sending the file, the signal in. Yo, Doug, how you doing, man? Excuse my ignorance, is CoPilot an Apple product? No, CoPilot's a Microsoft product. Yeah, how you doing, man? When I was doing that specific workflow with RTMP and the laptop, I needed to access my laptop remotely. So I needed to see my desktop. So I had to sign up to Microsoft Teams, which is the way you can remotely log into a laptop on the road. And I stupidly used my Gmail account. And I'm not shitting you. That day I got spam in my Gmail. And I'll be completely honest, the spam that I've had in that email account for over the last 15 to 20 years, however long I've had it, pretty minimal. Most spam that I get goes filtered through to the junk folder in Apple Mail, and I never even see it. But the day that I started using that for a Microsoft product, I got spammed in my main inbox, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?" I've been now my email's out there. This is fucked. It's strange hearing you wrapping up a Microsoft item. That man. Look, yeah, I know. All right, I was like, yeah, okay, I'll try it. I'll try it, and yeah, it worked. I mean, look, my website's perfect now. Look, like go back to the homepage. There's Nick Ward, the most current gallery I've posted. There's random. Hit Command R to refresh. Nick Ward stays there, but what's up next? Radio Spectacular, Tim Rogers in May of 2017, Wolfmother in September of 2009, Cold War Kids in February. Command R to refresh one more time, see what happens, what comes up. Nick Ward stays in the top left. Spoon at Fowler's, Ash Grumbled at the Gov, May 09. La Savvy Fab, that was a great band. John Spencer, Blues Explosion. So it's so rad how random it is. And if you don't like random, you can always click on, oh, I did this too. Check this, click this. Click on full list of bands. I like that layout, but I wanted it to be a little more visual because there's so many bands there, especially when you get to a big letter like A, or if you go to a big letter such as M. There's a lot of bands there. So scroll down to M. A lot of bands there. A bit hard to see sometimes. On hover. On hover, it gets a little larger. Works on mobile. It's just cascading style sheets. One thing I'd like to do though, I would like to not affect the footer. See how the footer's moving? I'd like it just to, I'm gonna fix that. So the on hover only affects the, I don't want it to affect the thing below it. That's pretty cool. Oh, the other thing I did with my Lightroom presets, this is a funky little thing. When you click on Lightroom presets, sometimes these image galleries don't load because they're kind of, it's just another CSS stuff, but it's a little heavy. Oops. Got to get the handle. This is the presets before and after, how they work. And so what I did with ChatGPT, or in this case, I used CoPilot. I forced this page for when you click it to do a little subtle double open, because I found if these didn't load correctly, a Command R would certainly fix that, a refresh, and they're always there. So what I did was when someone clicks the Lightroom presets tab, or if you're in the page and you click on the links to these old ones, like the 15 Lightroom presets, opens up in a new page. These are my first presets. Little repeat. You see it load again, and then bam, up they come. Boy, that's a great preset, by the way. If you ever want to fix red, if you're photographing a gig and you want to fix that red hideousness, check that preset, dude. It's pretty much perfect fixed. Look how red that is. That's Tim Rogers. That's delicatessen red, right? Now it's not. There's King Buzzo. You want to go black and white from Redskins. There's Mike from Tracer. Hideous green light. I'll take punchy black and white. Anyway, yeah, little Command R, or not even a Command R, a little code from the PHP side of things to just redo it, and it works. And I was like, yeah. So that's my website at a pinch. I think it's done. I don't think I'm going to do anything else. I don't think I'm going to touch anything else. It all works there. Portfolio. Oh, yeah, no, I still got to fix the portfolio. I still got to fix this. See how the beards, that tab is way too big? I got to fix that. So that shouldn't be. I'm going to remove these hits as well. I don't like how it comes up with how many hits there are on the portfolio. I don't think it's accurate, by the way. No, we've seen that image a few times. It's not accurate. Yeah, so I'll get rid of the hits. That was a fun shoot. Look how young James is. Fun calls, that was fun too. Yeah, I'll fix all that another time, but pretty psyched, pretty happy, pretty stoked, pretty fun. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to get myself a coffee, and then we're going to come in and we're going to look at this smartwatch rescue, this video here talking about the Apple Watch. And then we'll find out whether I'm going to, we'll look into the ChatGPT machine, see where we're at with Apple Watch releases and see what's going to happen or what potentially is coming around the corner. Here's my surfing clip. All right. I just threw down a biscuit. Probably shouldn't have done that, but I wanted to. Coffee's going to be too hot. Hold off. Let's take a look at this smartwatch rescue.
They can already do a lot more than tell the time, and smartwatches are
Hang on. What did he say at the start?
They can already do a lot more than tell the time, and smartwatches are increasingly proving to be lifesavers. Body surfer Rick Shearman using his device when lost at sea off Byron Bay, the dramatic rescue now featuring in a national campaign.
Reuniting with his rescuers 9 months after near disaster. In July last year, Rick Shearman went for a body surf at Byron Bay, but things quickly took a turn.
Was out there for 15, 20 minutes. It just kept getting bigger and gnarlier.
Sucked out to sea, stranded more than a kilometre offshore.
Facing up to the fact I might be treading water for an hour or two.
Acting quick smart, he turned to his smartwatch, sending out an SOS.
Did she say that so that sending out an SOS, that was in there for that sake, right? Can we get a trumpet? The police.
Smartwatch, sending out an SOS.
Tried that emergency feature out of desperation and was pretty astounded when it actually made the call through, dialed through to 000.
It's as simple as pressing the side button and you get connected to emergency services.
Treading water.
This is a great story. Absolutely, Doug. And as we all age, as we get older, and you need assistance where you might not be able to get to it, bam, get it. I think this is a matter of safety, health and safety.
Side button and you get connected to emergency services.
Treading water for 20 minutes before being winched to safety.
I stayed on the line with 000 for until the chopper came over the horizon and scooped me up.
He was obviously tired and exhausted, and just gave him a helping hand to the.
Is that footage from the day?
Yeah.
He was obviously tired and exhausted.
What beach is that? Is that Maine? Does that water goes at the pass at the back? No, there's no lighthouse there. Where? That's not. What beach is that? He said it was Byron.
Exhausted and just gave him a helping hand to the beach.
Rick's story of survival.
I always swim with my watch in the water. Is yours a smartwatch? Has yours got that safety feature on it?
Now the inspiration behind a new Apple Watch campaign.
I'm calling for my Apple Watch.
Launching around the country last week.
To Apple's credit, they were
What did he say to the client?
Launching around the country last week.
to Apple's credit, they were absolutely insistent on the story remaining true to my story.
He got paid for this by the sound of it.
A device that not only tells the time but has features that saves lives.
Medical ID is
Right.
something that we felt might be helpful to the first responders when they're coming to a situation where someone needs help.
Did save my life. Yeah, invaluable.
Apple isn't the only tech company keeping customers in tip-top condition. You can also check your heart health on a Garmin device with access to an ECG on your wrist. While the Samsung
You got a Galaxy 6. It has LTE function, so I don't need a phone nearby. Yeah, that's what I was looking at. These iPhones, Apple Watches don't need a phone but nearby either, which is pretty. It's kind of a reason why I've never bought one, because I always thought you needed to be in reach of your phone, but you don't anymore.
Galaxy Watch automatically monitors stress levels, taking users through breathing exercises when needed, all offering health and well-being bonuses at the touch of a button.
You know, I wouldn't be here today without it.
McKenna Bailey, 9 News.
He definitely said the client.
Just gave him a helping hand to the beach.
Rick's story of survival, now the inspiration behind a new Apple Watch campaign.
I'm calling for my Apple Watch.
Launching around the country last week.
To Apple's credit, they were
Definitely said to the client. So that's interesting. He must have been paid for this. So let's try to find the Apple ad then. Apple Watch ad, I guess. Apple Watch ad. I'd say that's it. 12 days ago. All right, swish. Are they going to ding me for this? Telstra charges $5 for that feature, but worth it? Of course they do. So before this stream, I researched my Optus plan, and there's no charge for it with Optus. You get the phone, or you get your watch next to your phone when you're setting it up, and there's just a setting that says you want to use this number on the phone as well, on the watch as well. Yes, and that's it. No charge.
Police emergency, Chris speaking. Yeah, hi. I'm in very rough seas. I was point surfing, but I've been sucked right up to sea in Byron Bay. And the side's so big. I'm swimming up to
Wow.
5. Okay, what beach are you off? I'm so far out, I can't see the beach.
Wow.
I'm calling for my Apple Watch. Okay, I've got police notified. I'm getting you help, okay? Stay on the phone.
It's a feel-good commercial. It's pretty far off. Yeah, wow. So what do you think? He was paid for that? I mean, it's a good commercial, pretty compelling. Let me bring up the GPT machine. Chat GPT. You know what I've done? I've put a little tab. I've not only got chat, I've got a little folder for AI on my desktop or on my browser now, and one's ChatGPT and one's CoPilot, because I'm going to start using it. But let's use ChatGPT here. What was his name? Richard Shearman? Rick Shearman? Ricky. What's his name? Rick Shearman. What? Hang on. What beach? What? Which beach, man? Speak proper. Which beach was Rick Shearman rescued off? Yo, Doug, I think Optus charged 10 for that feature. Just looked up phone watch plan. No, I checked it, dude. I checked it with ChatGPT. Yeah, it doesn't. You don't. Let me double check. Let me check this and let me double check. Rich or Rick? No, Rick. Let's see. Rick Shearman. He was off Talos Beach. I figured it wasn't Byron. Byron doesn't. I mean, it's a bay, you know. To be sucked out from Byron Bay, you'd have to be. I don't know. It was off Talos. That's where me and I've surfed there a few times, but most recently with Andrew Rudd. July 13. While body surfing, he was caught in a powerful rip current, dragged him approximately 1.6 kilometers out to sea. Utilizing the emergency SOS feature of the Apple Watch, he contacted emergency services, which led to his swift rescue. I understand his story is now an Apple Watch ad. Yes, his harrowing ocean rescue has been featured in Apple's latest Australian campaign titled Rick's Rescue. Short film dramatizes the real-life incident, blah, bing, bong, blang. The ad highlights how he used the emergency SOS feature to call 000. Notably, the ad incorporates audio from Shearman's actual emergency call. Holy shit! Wait a second. Hold up. How has Apple got that phone conversation recorded? Are they recording your phone calls? Notably, the advertisement incorporates audio from Shearman's actual emergency call. Produced by TBWA Media Art Lab Sydney, the campaign is part of Apple's ongoing series. You can watch the full ad here. We just watched it. I'm going to say, hang on a second. Are Apple recording our phone conversations? How they got that? Great question, and an important one. Apple does not record your phone conversations by default. In Rick Shearman's case, the audio from his emergency call was used with his permission as part of the Apple Watch ad campaign. What? Before we go any further, are you saying that he rang while he was drowning and they said, before we go any further, do you give permission for us to use the audio from this? What are you talking about? Here's what we know. Do Apple or iPhones record calls? No, Apple does not automatically record phone calls, including emergency calls. iOS doesn't even have a native call recording feature. You have to use third-party apps, and even those come with legal and privacy warnings. So how did they get Rick's emergency call? In Australia, emergency calls 000 are routinely recorded. So the emergency services recorded it. Okay, that's fair enough. They sought Rick's explicit consent and they received the audio. Yeah, that's fair enough. In short, Apple is not secretly Okay, cool. No, that's cool. So yeah, 000 would record. I guess they've got to record for their for purposes of, I mean, yeah, for what they do, right? Okay, so the next question I've got, what is the most current Apple Watch Ultra? Because I'm going to go for the Ultra. The most current Apple Watch Ultra model is the Apple Watch Ultra 2, released in September last year. Okay, so it builds upon the original Ultra with several enhancements, new black titanium finish, okay, S9 SiP processor. This new chip enables faster performance. Of course, they always do. They never make a chip that goes slower, blah, 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 blah. Brightest Apple display, okay. How many nits? Doesn't say. Extended battery life, up to 36 hours of battery life with regular use, or 72 in low power mode. Okay, that's pretty good. Enhanced GPS accuracy. Most precise GPS in Apple Watch. Okay, that's good for tracking your surfing. Advanced water. That, by the way, that's also a little added bonus. We can track my surfing, and maybe we could even put overlays on my videos about the waves I was riding. That kind of interesting, right? Advanced water resistance, certified to EN 13319, suitable for recreational scuba up to 40 meters. Shit, yeah. and high-speed water sports. Environmental commitment, constructed with 95% recycled titanium. Priced at $800 US. So that's about, hey Siri, what's 800 US in Australian?
$800 is $1,243.86.
About 1,200. So about 1,300. 1,300 is what, and I'm assuming that they're going to be the same price for the newest model. Okay, so with that in mind, when is the Ultra 3 scheduled for release? If it's September last year, so September last year was when that came out, the Ultra 2. Anticipated for September of this year, aligning with typical announced product cycle launch. Yeah, okay. Apple has not officially confirmed the release. Cool. Okay. So look, we're April, May, June, July, August, September. So am I going to die? Am I going to get swept out to sea between now and then? No, I don't think so. I mean, I'll keep watching, keep watching. And when the 3 gets, there's no point buying an Ultra 2 halfway through or 3/4 of the way through its life cycle. You could say you might as well wait for the new one and see what it is and then make a decision. But just to answer or to answer Doug's question, I have Optus. What is my plan called? Oh, it's coming. I got it in an email just the other day. I got it in an email just the other day, Skins. Did I already delete the email? I think I did. Hang on, it'll be in my trash then. Junk bin. Optus, friendly reminder about your upcoming payment. Oh, it doesn't tell you what the account name is. I wonder if I can log in here, Skins. Where did that go? Oh yeah, I can log in here. I'll just log in here and find out what my account's called. Then we'll ask about this Apple Watch stuff. It's sending a code to my email, to my phone. My phone's being used as an NDI source. I want you to verify by email. Okay, because that might stop my NDI. They sent me a verification through my email. Okay. Let me find that email. A security code was sent. It's just refreshing the email trail. Checking for mail. 6-digit one-time code is what I'm looking for in my email. I don't see anything there yet. Check junk. Nope. Nope. Checking for mail. Man, email's so slow. Can't blue ocean. I can't send it to my phone because that'll kill the NDI, and I'll have to take my phone down to get the number. It didn't say it came in. Refresh your trousers. There it is. Optus, your one-time code. Command R, or actually Command Shift R on a mail client. Here's my login. Okay, verify code. And I'm into my account. Yep. I'll just find out what the account's called. Get this out of the way. Come closer to me. Manage payment method bills. Account number, data usage. $89. What is it called though? What is my account called? It doesn't say. One service, it says account number, data usage. Not much. Payment notifications. Only on Optus. Search, profile and settings. Account summary, that should be it. Account summary. Payment method, payment history, bill history. It'll be on my bill, won't it? Be on my bill. Yo, William, come over here. Payment history. Download PDF. Okay. I'll just download a PDF. Put it on the desktop. And it should just be there for me to see in a second. There it is, my PDF. Optus Plus promo plan, it's called. Okay, it's called an Optus Plus promo plan. So ChatGPT. I have an Optus Plus. Oh, it's an Optus. I'll type it exactly. I'll just copy and paste it. An $89. I have. Do I need to pay any more to add Apple Watch to that plan? To be clear, I would like to use. Yo, Joe, how you doing? Do the wheels on the bus in fact go round and round? Mayonnaise, wow! They do sometimes. To be clear, I would like to use my existing phone number. The watch plan is different to the phone plan? The watch plan. Interesting. I'd like to use my existing phone number on both devices at the same, or not at the same time, at both devices with one physical SIM in the phone. What are the catches? That's clear enough. We'll see what it says. Searching the web. Yes, you can use your existing phone number on both your iPhone and Apple Watch with your $89 Optus Plus promo plan by adding Optus's number share feature. This is what I remember. Here's how it works. What is number share? Number share allows your Apple Watch with cellular capability, so you got to make sure you buy that correct one, right? Which I think they're the same price. Apple.com.au skins. Watch. Apple Watch Ultra 2, so that's the current model. Buy. Scroll down to the options. Where are the options? I'll just choose a band. What's going on? Oh, got to choose a color. Choose black. Choose the Alpine Loop, outdoor and adventure hiking. I guess that's the one I will buy, by the way. Wait, no, for water sports, Ocean Band, same price anyway. I need the Ocean Band. Yeah, that's the one I'll be buying. Up the top was the price. Yeah, but I think, yeah, $1,399. But I think that changes. Well, I'm just verifying that if it changes when you get the cellular one or the not cellular one. Yo, Joe, I wonder if anyone has asked ChatGPT if relying on it to solve humanity's problems will result in a slow degradation of our natural faculties. Interesting. Can get a titanium Milanese loop. I mean, I might splurge. That sounds pretty rad. Anyway, hold on a second. No trade-in. Oh, look, they're all cellular. There's only one phone. You can't get a non-cellular one. What's this Taiwanese titanium Milanese loop? Oh, that looks sick, dude. Is that worth $200 though? That's $1,400. That's another $150 for that lovely. It does look nice though, doesn't it? I might splurge. I haven't owned a watch since high school, dudes. I'm not buying it today, but I'm just saying. So yeah, you're looking at $1,600 approx. And that's, by the way, that's for the current model. What'll happen with the new Ultra Watch 3 in September, we don't know. We'll wait and see. But anyway, so what I was trying to find out here, number share allows your Apple Watch with cellular capability to use the same mobile number as your iPhone. This means you can make and receive calls, send texts, and use data on your watch without needing your phone nearby. It's particularly useful for activities like running or swimming when you might not want to carry your phone. Right on. The cost of adding this number share. For most plans, including the 89 Optus Promo Plus plan, number share is available as an add-on. What? You're right, Doug. This was not there when I first researched this. I'm almost maybe I didn't go far enough down. Number share, it's $5 a month additional. Shit. Okay, you were right. What did you say yours was? $10. Okay, well, $5 is half of 10. But if your SIM is in your phone, how are you going to use your watch to access your phone when you're away from it? They have eSIMs now. Let me ask if this was ever free. Was this ever a free service? It's $5 on Telstra? Oh, I thought you said 10. Oh, you said I think Optus charged 10. Oh, okay, cool. I think I saw it for free. I'm positive I saw it for free because I got excited for it. I was like, sweet, man, I'm going to do anything. You're correct. Optus has at times offered number share for free. When was this number share free? Business Choice Watch Promo Plan. In 2023, Optus provided a plan where number share was included. Okay. Other promotions, Optus has occasionally included number share in specific device bundles. Key takeaway, while number share is generally $5 a month. Okay. I've had it for a few years, always charged on Telstra. Okay, interesting. Okay, how did I get that wrong then? What other... Oh, do you know what? Dude, I remember now. I didn't use ChatGPT. I used DeepSea. I use DeepSea on my phone. I've got ChatGPT app and I've got another AI, DeepSea, on my phone, and I'm 100% positive. I can't do it now. I was going to bring it up, but I'm 100% positive I used DeepSea to find that info. And I'm going to say, I don't want to start an AI war, but I swear I asked DeepSea the exact same question and it told me number share. I don't remember it being called number share. Number share might have been called something different. Was free on that Optus plan. Maybe you should ask Microsoft. Maybe I should actually. No AI war here, just pixels and accurate info. You're not imagining things. It's very possible that DeepSea or another assistant referenced a past promotional version of your $89 Optus promo plan where number share was included for free, or a different name like One Number. No, it wasn't called that. Here's the thing. Optus has changed the way they handle number share over the years, and even the same plan might have a slightly different inclusion. Possible scenario, you saw it during a temporary offer. Okay. DeepSea referenced a grandfathered version of your plan, promotional PDF from a specific time. It might have been bundled in a special Apple Watch contract, like add an Apple Watch for $0 upfront and zero share fee for 3 to 6 to 12 months. To be 100% certain, specific about your current call or chat with Optus, log into your Optus account. Oh, okay. Log into your Optus account, which I have done. I'm logged in. I can't show it to you. I can do it though. Okay, log into my Optus account and check add-ons. Okay, I'll do that. My account summary says my account. Back to the top. Retrieving your information. Data usage. What does it say? Check add-ons. Profile, account summary, profile and settings, helps and contact. Only on Optus. Shop and orders. I want to look for add-ons. Where are add-ons? My account. payment method, payment history, bill notifications, my wallet, make a payment, profile and settings, my profile, change password, change address, marketing preferences, my interest, data and privacy, notifications, account permissions, help and contact, help and support, network statuses, my cases, manage your devices, devices guide, manage your devices, only on Optus, SubHub, Living Network, Optus, blah, 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 shop and orders, Trackman order, shop for you, shop for business. Manage your device. It might be there. No, it'll be under account, payment method, payment history, bill notification, my wallet, make a payment. Nope. I'm going to do a search for add-ons. Add-ons for mobile automatic payment plans. Open the My Optus app. So you'll do it on the app. Is it worth taking my phone off there and doing it? It says you've got to do it on the app. Open the services tab, select add-ons. I kind of want to do it. Let me just cut to let me just cut to this camera. Let me just cut to that, and I'll take the phone down. And I'll do this here. So we can find out. So what did it say? Go to the app skins. Mobile app here. Where are we? Optus. I got a missed message. That's from Optus. Oh, that's you know why that didn't come through? I had it on flight mode. Get up here. What am I looking for? Optus. I don't use this app. Oh, here it is. Okay. Just loading the My Optus Yes app. Forgot your PIN? No, I'm in. What did it say? Open the services tab. Services? Where's the services? Services. Don't see services tab. Oh, there at the bottom. Add a new service. Let's see. Shop. Bundle discount. Epic deals. Smartwatches. I mean, I'll see what that gives me the option. Shop. No phone, no worries. Stay active with a smartwatch. With Optus Number Share, your watch gets the same number as your mobile. Get all your calls and texts directly to your watch. Free delivery. It says free delivery. I was just being silly. Let's just compare. Let's just say, so they want you to pay for the device. I don't want to do that. I just want to add the service. I don't want to buy a device, right? I wonder if there's the option down here to add the service without, like, I don't want to buy a device right now. I'll just search for number share off the bat. Number share. Searchy search. Number share, what you need to know. It says here number share is $5 a month. Number share bolt-on. Eligible devices. You need a compatible mobile device and a compatible connected wearable device. Number share bolt-on. Brings up a PDF. Does it say the price? Minimum monthly charge is $5. It looks like it's $5. I don't know where I got this wrong. You know what? Let me look at my service here. My plan. My plan. I don't mind standing up streams, if I'm being honest. My plan comes up blank. It's kind of nice to be standing up and streaming. Don't know why. Okay, go to... That didn't work. My plan. Here we go. I'm a month-to-month. I'm on Optus $89 promo plan. Change plan. Add a new phone. Available Add-ons, get more data, daily roaming, view all. Goes back to that deals page. Add-ons, data, daily roaming, Optus Sport. Nope. Can't see the chat when I'm up here though. Zeanderthal. How you doing, man? Over on DLive. How you going, Zeanderthal? That's a pretty cool handle. So I don't see it there. I'm just going to look if under my plan. Inclusions and details. It's a PDF. Let me see if in here. Search for number share within my plan. Doesn't come up. Doesn't come up. Okay. Payments, cancelling, special offer, $12, bing bong blank, changing your plan, 99999, tracking your spend, using your services. Okay, special options, nope. Fair go policy, fair go, mate. Monthly data to share. This is interesting. This plan shares data within Australia. If you have more than one eligible plan that data shares on the same account, the included monthly data allowance will combine into one data sharing pool shared by all eligible plans that share data on that account. If you use more than your included data usage on this plan and all devices that share the data will be slowed to a maximum data bing blah blang. Okay. Doesn't have it. Bugger me hooters. I could have sworn I saw that. I can't see the chat when I'm standing up here, but it's behind me. The chat's talking about me behind my back. Can you believe that these yahoos are talking about me this way behind my back? That's arrogance. Zeanderthal. I'm impressed you're not blind with those LED cobs shining down on you. In fact, I'd suggest wearing sunglasses because we all know. Well, these are Elgato key lights, and they're so chill. Like these are the greatest lights ever. They're so not aggressive. I used to have an LED panel, and it sucked. And I used it for like 5 years. And the moment I bought these, I was like, what? And they're way more softer and brighter, but then less intrusive on your eyes. They're so much better. Sunglasses make 100% cooler. Well, I wouldn't know what you're talking about now, would I? I don't know about sunglasses inside. It's a little wanky, isn't it? I've been tipping the brewskis and just toked the doobie. No worries. Well, I'm going to wrap this up here because I'm working tomorrow at the ungodly hour. I'm getting up at 1 a.m. or 1:15 a.m. tomorrow morning. I'm leaving the house at 2:15 a.m. and I'm starting work at 3:15 a.m. And yeah, if I want to buy an Apple Watch at some point in my life and pay $5 a month for an additional service, I'm going to have to start saving. So yeah, I'm probably going to wrap this up here. There's no point sitting back down and putting the phone and everything back up. And oh snap! Good to see you. Yeah. Well, I was always planning on streaming today, but I just needed to. I wanted to talk about this commercial we just watched. This Apple Watch commercial. That's lame. Get those off. Yeah, so I'm glad we did a little stream. Oh, now I can see. Those are so dark and they're not prescription. These are super clear. Oh, that's a GoPro just there. How long's that been up there for? Yeah, I'll see you guys in a few days, I guess. Actually, Claudia's coming down. We'll probably hang out. I don't know. I'll stream whenever I can, but this is a bit lame because normally when I'm seated, you wouldn't see me do this. But now, because I'm standing up, I've got to trigger this from the bottom of my desk. And I guess I just triggered it. See ya. What? What's that? Where'd that come from?
Anywho, I'm going to go to bed, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.